Every year, the NBA hands out the Most Improved Player award, but every year we all act like we agree on what that means. There is no criteria or definition to measure how much a player can improve. Does a player have to star a role or carry the whole team on his back? What if a player becomes more efficient at what they do? Perhaps a player was drafted late and became an all-time great. Or this player sells more storylines. Without a set criteria, the NBA might as well give the Most Improved award to the player who throws out more shots. So it's time we put Most Improved winners on trial. Let's start with the biggest elephant in the room. Is the Most Improved award made for players who get more minutes? Tyrese Maxey was the second option in the 76ers to complement Embiid. Once Embiid went down mid-season, Tyrese had the ultimate green light. More minutes, more usage, bigger role. But don't get it twisted, Maxey's nice. But what if he was already a 20-point scorer and it increased to 25? Was he really the Most Improved player? If we went by the same logic, Cam Thomas would have shot his way into the first unanimous Most Improved award. Back-to-back 40-point games. Boom, waived. On the other hand, players actually get better at everything whilst playing the same minutes in the same role. Just better reads, better defense, better efficiency. That's how you get players like Pascal Siakam, who went from an energy guy who runs hard to an elite two-way player. Oh, by the way, he is the only player who won the Most Improved award and the NBA championship in the same year. No hype, no commercials, just quietly became elite. Let's talk about the stat that ruined the Most Improved award: points per game. Because points per game doesn't ask how you scored, it just how many times you've tried. Exhibit A, Monte Ellis. Monte Ellis more than doubled his points scored in his Most Improved year by taking twice as many shots.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
More shots, more points, same problem. Just at 45% true shooting percentage, Monte Ellis was way below league average of 54% in the same year. He was a key contributor to the We Believe team. Well, I guess they believed in taking more shots. Now fast forward, the NBA realized Most Improved also meant that players learned not to miss. Enters Lauri Markkanen. Same award, completely different story. Lauri Markkanen didn't win the reward by shooting more. He was the Most Improved because he actually became one of the most efficient high-volume scorers in the league, with a true shooting percentage of 64%, ranked 18th in the entire league that year. One is usage inflation, the other is skill translation. Because if efficiency mattered back then, half of the old winners wouldn't even be in the conversation today. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody likes about the Most Improved award. Whether it was a franchise player who lived up to the hype, or an underdog who improved out of sight, the NBA simply does not have a criteria for the Most Improved player. But some would argue Most Improved should not be given to players who are expected to be good. Take Ja Morant. Ja Morant was drafted second overall, an explosive guard and apparently an elite shooter too. Ja Morant was basically drafted to run Memphis for the next decade. In his Most Improved year, he averaged 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Great numbers, definitely an all-star, but no surprise, because he was projected to become this good in the first place. In comparison, Jimmy Butler also won Most Improved, but he was a late first-round pick. No hype, no grace period, no development roadmap.
Tobias Harris over me?
He's earned his role behind Derrick Rose, and then added scoring and playmaking to his game. There were no expectations for Jimmy Butler until he created them. He made a bigger leap from a late first-round pick to an all-star, yet shares the same award as many other lottery picks. At this rate, the Most Improved is just a vibe check. And finally, this is the most toxic version of the Most Improved debate. Some players get the full campaign, podcast, highlight packages, narratives. Suddenly, the leap is undeniable. Take Julius Randle. He had a big jump in the 2020-21 season. A good New York Knicks comeback story. But let's be real, he also had the loudest medium push in the league. Not saying he didn't improve, but everyone made sure you knew what he did. Now compare that to DeJounte Murray. No campaign, no highlight packages, no daily segments. DeJounte Murray was the 29th overall pick in the 2016 draft, who joined the Spurs as part of the rebuild post Tim Duncan. Faced a season-ending injury early in his career, he came back to double his points and assists in the season after when he was healthy. He didn't lose out to Julius Randle because he didn't improve. He lost because nobody was telling his story. At this point, Most Improved voting isn't just basketball. It's vibes, it's timing, it's who peaked in February and had the best storyline by the All-Star weekend. So let's be honest, the award isn't Most Improved Player anymore, it's Most Improved PR Campaign. After looking at all these winners, I realized something. The Most Improved Player award doesn't have a problem with the players. It has a problem with what improvement actually means. If a role player improves, people say he's not good enough. If a star improves, people say he was already supposed to be great. So what actually counts? Because apparently, going from bench player to starter isn't enough, but going from all-star to MVP is. And until the NBA decides what improvement actually means, we are going to argue about this every single year. So who's your most improved player this season? And who's the player people think improved? But actually just got the ball more.